Road to Rock. Bury Me an Angel by Arch Enemy. The world of rock isn't just written with notes, it is forged in moments of chaos that hide secrets no one dares to tell. Some call it legend, others a curse. Turn up the volume. This is Road to Rock, and this is the story of Bury Me an Angel. 1996. Arch Enemy was still a young band, but not a casual one. You could feel the intent. Take the precision of Scandinavian metal and weld it to something colder, sharper, and more disciplined than most death metal coming out of rehearsal rooms at the time. Bury Me an Angel lands like a mission statement. It is built around Michael Amott's guitar voice, first those tightly picked riffs that move with a kind of grim confidence, less about swampy heaviness and more about forward motion. The writing comes from the core partnership in that era, Michael shaping the main riffs and structure, and Joe Handliver bringing phrasing and attitude that sat right on the edge between a bark and a shout. And behind them, the rhythm section marks it down with the kind of no-nonsense tempo control you only get when a band is trying to prove something. The trigger for this song was simple: identity. Arch Enemy was stepping out from under the shadow of where these guys had been before, and they needed a track that said, "This is the line. Cross it if you can." That is why the arrangement is so direct. It does not waste time. It sets the groove, tightens the screws, then opens into those melodic guitar shapes that would become a calling card later on. Listen to how it is put together. The riffs are clipped and rhythmic, almost mechanical in their discipline. Then the leads cut through with a colder melody that does not soften the impact, it sharpens it. The drums stay practical, driving patterns, clean transitions, nothing flashy for its own sake. The bass follows the guitars with purpose, thickening the low end so the track hits like a single machine rather than separate parts fighting for space. And that matters, because there was a real tension in the air around Arch Enemy at the time. How melodic could they get without losing credibility in a death metal scene that could be brutally conservative? You can hear the compromise and the confidence in the same breath. The melody is there, but it is not pretty. It is weaponized. The recording reflected that mindset. Mid-90s Swedish metal production was moving toward clarity, and this track benefits from a sound that is tight and controlled rather than cavernous. The guitars are stacked with precision, hand to feel wide, with enough bite in the upper mids to keep every tremolo run audible. The vocals sit up front, not drowned in effects, so every line feels like it is being delivered in the room with you. The whole mix favors definition. You can practically smell the warm amp air and the cold fluorescent light of a working studio, not a fantasy dungeon. Live, Bury Me an Angel did what early Arch Enemy needed it to do. It separated them from the pack, a death metal band with a guitarist who fought in hooks, but refused to sand down the edges. And in concrete terms, it helped establish the template they would keep building on: tight rhythm guitars, melodic lead identity, and songs structured to hit hard without losing direction. If you want to understand Arch Enemy in 1996, do not start with what they became later. Start here, with a track that sounds like a band drawing a hard line in real time, and daring the scene to keep up. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like.